Leo Tolstoy was a giant. He was a giant of Russian literature. He was a giant of world literature. He is considered one of the greatest novelists of all time. His works are known for their realism, their psychological depth, and their moral weight. Tolstoy was born into a wealthy family in Russia in the year 1828. He lived a long and eventful life, experiencing both privilege and hardship. He grappled with profound questions about life, death, and the meaning of existence. Tolstoy's novels are epic in scope, exploring the complexities of human relationships and the intricacies of Russian society. His most famous works, War and Peace and Anna Karenina, are considered masterpieces of world literature. They continue to captivate and resonate with readers today. Tolstoy's impact extends beyond literature. He was a philosopher, a social reformer, and a passionate advocate for peace and non-violence. His ideas had a profound influence on the world, touching figures like Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King Jr. Leo Tolstoy's early life was marked by loss. His parents died when he was young, and he was raised by relatives. These experiences left an indelible mark on him, instilling a keen awareness of mortality and a deep empathy for human suffering. These themes would permeate his later works. Despite his privileged background, Tolstoy was troubled by the disparity between the wealthy and the poor. He questioned the meaning of life and searched for answers in various philosophies and religions. This spiritual quest would become a defining aspect of his life. Tolstoy's restless spirit led him to enlist in the army, where he served in the Crimean War. His wartime experiences provided him with first-hand accounts of the horrors of war, which would later inform his most famous work, War and Peace. After his military service, Tolstoy traveled extensively, visiting Europe. He was particularly interested in education and was impressed by the progressive educational methods he observed abroad. He returned to Russia, determined to improve the lives of the peasantry by establishing schools on his estate. Tolstoy's early writings began to explore the themes that would define his literary career. His first published work, Childhood, was an autobiographical novel that explored the complexities of childhood and the process of coming of age. The novel was an immediate success, establishing Tolstoy as a rising literary star. Tolstoy continued to write prolifically, publishing a series of short stories that explored themes of love, loss, and social injustice. Works like The Cossacks and Sevastopol sketches further cemented his reputation as a master of realism. During this period, Tolstoy also began to develop his own philosophy of history. He rejected the prevailing view that history was driven by great men and their decisions, believing instead that history was shaped by the collective actions of ordinary people. These ideas would find their fullest expression in his epic novel, War and Peace. Tolstoy's early works established him as a literary force to be reckoned with. They showcased his keen observation of human nature, his ability to capture the nuances of Russian life, and hinted at the profound philosophical and spiritual questions that would consume his later years. War and Peace is considered Tolstoy's magnum opus. It follows 5 aristocratic families during Napoleon's invasion of Russia in 1812. The novel explores love, war, family, and the search for meaning. Tolstoy captures both the sweep of history and intimate details of life. He moves from grand battles to tender moments, showing war's chaos and human resilience. Characters like Prince Andrei, Pierre, and Natasha grapple with love, loss, and faith. War and Peace is a literary masterpiece and philosophical treatise. Section 5. Anna Karenina, A Tragedy of Love and Society. Anna Karenina, published in 1877, is another of Tolstoy's masterpieces. It is a tragic love story. It tells the tale of Anna, a married woman from high society. She falls passionately in love with a dashing young officer named Count Vronsky. The novel explores love, adultery, and social hypocrisy. Anna's pursuit of love leads to her destruction. She is ostracized by her social circle, torn between love for Vronsky and duty to her son. Tolstoy masterfully portrays Anna's psychological complexities. He captures her passion, guilt, and despair. In contrast, Levin searches for meaning in life and love. Levin's story reflects Tolstoy's spiritual preoccupations. It offers a counterpoint to Anna's tragic fate. Anna Karenina is a powerful indictment of 19th century Russian society, a timeless exploration of love, marriage, and the human condition. Its enduring popularity resonates across time and cultures. Section 6. A spiritual awakening. As Tolstoy achieved literary success, he experienced a profound spiritual crisis. He found himself questioning the meaning of life. He questioned the purpose of his own existence. He was deeply troubled by the suffering and injustice he saw in the world. This spiritual crisis led him to reject the Orthodox Christianity of his upbringing. He embarked on a quest for truth and meaning. Tolstoy's spiritual journey led him to study a wide range of philosophical and religious traditions. He immersed himself in the works of Buddha, Lao Tzu, and Jesus Christ. He was drawn to the teachings of non-violence, love, and compassion. He came to believe that the true meaning of life lay in serving others. It lay in resisting evil through love and non-resistance. This spiritual transformation had a profound impact on Tolstoy's life and work. He renounced his wealth and aristocratic lifestyle. He embraced a life of simplicity and service. He became a vegetarian. He adopted a simple dress. He devoted himself to helping the poor and downtrodden. Section 7. Tolstoy's moral and philosophical views. Tolstoy's spiritual transformation led him to a distinctive moral and philosophical outlook. He became a passionate advocate for non-violence and social justice. He condemned all forms of violence as contrary to Christ's teachings. His moral philosophy was rooted in the Gospels, especially the Sermon on the Mount. He called for a radical transformation of individual and societal values. Gandhi, MLK Jr., and Mandela cited Tolstoy as a major influence on their philosophies of non-violent resistance. Section 8. The power of non-violence. Tolstoy's philosophy of non-violence was not merely a passive acceptance of injustice. It was an active force for social change. He believed that resisting evil through love and non-cooperation was the most effective way to overcome oppression and create a more just world. Tolstoy argued that violence only begets more violence. It creates a vicious cycle of hatred and retaliation. He believed that true strength lay in breaking this cycle. It lay in responding to hatred with love. It lay in responding to violence with peaceful resistance. Tolstoy's ideas had a profound impact on the development of non-violent resistance movements in the 20th century. His writings inspired Mahatma Gandhi to develop his philosophy of satyagraha, which proved instrumental in India's struggle for independence from British rule. Martin Luther King Jr. also drew inspiration from Tolstoy's ideas, applying them to the American civil rights movement. Section 9. Literary impact and legacy. Leo Tolstoy's impact on literature is immeasurable. His works have been translated into countless languages. They continue to be studied and admired by readers worldwide. His realistic style, his profound psychological insights, and his exploration of universal themes have earned him a place among the literary giants of the Western canon. Tolstoy's influence can be seen in the works of countless writers who followed him. From Anton Chekhov to Virginia Woolf to Ernest Hemingway, many major authors have acknowledged their debt to Tolstoy's mastery of realism, his psychological acuity, and his willingness to grapple with the big questions of life, death, and the human condition. Beyond his literary contributions, Tolstoy's ideas on non-violence, social justice, and the power of love continue to resonate in the 21st century. His writings inspire activists, thinkers, and ordinary people around the world to strive for a more just and compassionate world. Section 10. Tolstoy's enduring influence. Tolstoy's legacy extends far beyond the realm of literature. His ideas on non-violent resistance have had a profound impact on social and political movements throughout the 20th and 21st centuries. His writings continue to inspire activists working for peace, justice, and environmental sustainability around the world. Tolstoy's emphasis on the importance of individual conscience and the need to live in accordance with one's principles continues to resonate in an age often characterized by moral relativism and consumerism. His life and work serve as a powerful reminder that each individual has the capacity to make a difference in the world. Tolstoy's writings continue to be studied and debated in universities and classrooms around the world. His ideas on art, morality, and the meaning of life continue to spark lively discussions and inspire new interpretations. Section 11. Conclusion. A legacy of art and conscience. Leo Tolstoy was more than just a great writer. He was a philosopher, he was a social critic, he was a voice of conscience for his age. His life and work stand as a testament to the power of art to challenge, inspire, and transform. His novels continue to captivate readers with their realism, psychological depth, and exploration of timeless themes. Tolstoy's legacy is as relevant today as it was during his lifetime. In a world often riven by conflict and division, his message of non-violence, compassion, and the power of love offers a beacon of hope. His life and work serve as a reminder that each individual has the capacity to make a difference, and that even small acts of kindness and resistance can contribute to the creation of a more just and compassionate world.